Jamaica one of the favorites to win the Gold Cup this year, 2023? That is a question we have today. Three of us are here to discuss it as they released their roster, I think, yesterday or the day before. So we're here to talk about it. Gold Cup's going to be interesting. This is our first Gold Cup content for the year. So let's get into it. I ask you guys again, can Jamaica be considered one of the favorites to win the whole thing?
I think winning the whole thing, big statement. I don't think so. Personally, I think they'll get to a semifinal finish. I think they'll lose to someone because I feel like it's guaranteed that Mexico, U.S., Canada are all three going to be there. Just a fact. But I think Canada could be a surprise, little dark horse in this running because with the addition of Demarai Gray, I got the name right finally, so I'm happy with that. Demarai Gray, I feel like it adds another level of quality to the squad they didn't have. I feel like they're going to be a counter-attacking team. Let's be real here. That's how they play.
Okay.
They're weaker compared to the other squads. But like they have Michael Antonio up front now, Leon Bailey, and then now Demarai Gray is assuming that's what I'm guessing is going to be the front three from the squad. But I think they'll have a good shot. I think if they're able to defend well, and then of course that's a very generic statement, but they're able to defend well and then hit well on the counterattack, I think they can shock a lot of teams personally. But I think a semifinal finish, personally for me, will that's what's going to happen to them.
Okay,
maybe a cheeky third place finish. Place finish.
I'll be honest. I was just looking at the groups right now because I hadn't seen the Gold Cup groups. And the U.S., is the first game of the Gold Cup is U.S. versus Jamaica, so that'll be really interesting. The U.S. are probably the best opponent in the Gold Cup, so I think we'll get to see really what Jamaica are made of. I don't think they're favorites to win it. I think the U.S. are still better. Probably Mexico and Canada are still better. But, just because you're better on paper, we've seen that so many times, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
We at the end of the day, if your whole team plays well as a collective, you're going to beat a team who doesn't. So, I think don't sleep on the underdogs. If there's anything I've learned, do never sleep on underdogs. They will knock you out.
True. I love that. First person to ever say that in history of sports. Love that, Diego.
Okay. Originality is not part of which I go here.
I'm messing. I'm putting Jamaica over Mexico in terms of potential here, in my opinion.
Ooh.
I think it goes. Honestly, I'm putting USA and Canada very equal because USA plays a B team. They don't play their main team. They play a pretty big B team, which they're known for doing. They won the Gold Cup last time of doing so, just because teams want their players back for preseason, and whatnot. So they play a B team. So I'm putting Canada and USA in very similar chances of winning the whole thing. But I think it's hard. But I think quality wise, individually, Jamaica's better than Mexico right now. Mexico are going through their little transition period again. After sacking Diego Coca, moving to a new interim manager right now, it's all tossed up. Jamaica, on the other hand,
solid though.
Like I said, Mexico still has a good chance here, but I think Jamaica is just better. But Jamaica also has their struggles with. They've had quality in the past and nothing happened for it. But Jamaica easily, in my opinion, has the best attack in the Gold Cup, easily. This counting USA's B team, I think USA's A team kind of gives Jamaica a little bit more run for their money, but Jamaica easily has the best attack. It's just a matter of being able to break down the opposing defenses with passes and whatnot, and getting those players actually the ball, which is going to be hard. I think they have a really good defender in Pinnock. I believe that's who you mentioned that in your team of the year, right? Andres for.
Yes, I did.
Exactly.
Oh, boy.
So Andres, very solid defender for Brentford there. Andres shouted them out earlier in another episode. Go check that out if you want to hear our team of the year for the Premier League. I think Jamaica have a really good overall team, and I wouldn't be shocked if they're in a final, for sure. I wouldn't be shocked if they finish the top of the group over the United States, to be honest. It's just for coverage reasons. They are in Group A. Group consists of USA, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and St. Kitts and Nevis, which was their first appearance in the Gold Cup group stage. So both USA and Jamaica should be beating other teams, but that first game is going to be pretty important, and I'm going to watch it for sure. But I think
it's definitely a game that's going to set the tone for the tournament for them.
It will be. It will be. I mean, if Jamaica comes out with a win, then it puts kind of everyone they'll notice them a little bit more. I think no one's really talking about Jamaica too much right now, which I feel like they should. But I think semifinal is a minimum, in my opinion. I feel like if you don't reach semifinal, if you don't reach semifinal with this quality in Jamaica, then I think it's a very big disappointment. I think looking at other teams, I mean, there are good other teams too. Like Costa Rica's still very good. Panama's still one to look at, but I think Jamaica still should be over topping those two. Those teams there.
Agreed. Personally, I just don't see them beating even US's B team. I don't see them beating them, but I mean, there's a chance. But I feel like in the semis, they'll turn it up. Like if they match together in the semis, I think. I don't think they'll win, but I don't know. I think they could see. Now, I would say I agree with you. Mexico, they're stronger on paper than Mexico at the moment, but with the new manager, I think Mexico will go to the final this time. Personally, that's my little prediction there. I know it's not a Mexico
over Canada
episode. Oh yeah, I think so. I think with the squad, because a lot of people don't know that this Jaime Lozano is the new interim manager for Mexico.
Right.
He previously managed the under-23 Olympic team, and a lot of the players on this team he managed in the Olympics a few years ago. So I feel like he's already going to start with the players he already knows, which is our most arguably probably our better players. Let's be honest, that are available. He already brought in one of the players from the World Cup when Vega dropped from the squad, so he brought in someone else, Roberto Alvarado, I believe, to bring in. So I'm sure he's going to start, and then Henry Martin, unfortunately, is probably going to start because that's how he knows. But I think they'll go to the final. But I think Jamaica will give every team they play a run for their money. I think they got to be taken seriously, and I'm pretty sure every team will. But yeah, that's my spiel.
Okay, interesting. I'm looking at the Canada national team right now as well. It's not that good. It's very similar to the USA. They're unfortunately they have a lot of top players and top clubs, so they're not bringing too many big players in. Like Alphonso Davies will not be there. Jonathan David will not be there. Even players like Mark Anthony Kaye will not be there. Things like that. So Canada, I kind of overestimated them there, but I do think that they should still be up there. Mexico, despite their weakness, I feel like they should be expecting a top finish. And I know Mexicans will be disappointed if they don't reach that finish. It's the nature of the beast. But, I mean, a USA-Jamaica final, I could see it. Jamaica has as good of a chance as any other team, to be honest. This Gold Cup should be good because I don't see a single team running away with it. And, fully. It shouldn't be like a set in stone kind of thing. So definitely interesting.
Agreed.
I think Mikel Antonio could easily win Golden Boot for the whole tournament. I think.
I don't know about that.
I mean, in comparison to everyone else that's going to the tournament, I could definitely see it.
That's true.
That's true.
Compared to everyone else.
I mean,
if he can actually finish 1v1 opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, give him the chance. I mean, like I said, that the two fast wingers on the sides and Mikel Antonio in the middle, it's going to be a sight to see for sure. All right. Well, I mean, I guess that's really it. Does anyone have any final comments about the whole Jamaica and Gold Cup thing? Should we be sad if they don't?
It's gonna be exciting to watch.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I mean, and if you, the viewer, have any opinions, then please leave them in the comments below because we want to hear them as well. If we're totally wrong, tell us we're totally wrong. But go ahead, Andres.
I was gonna say, I feel like this, depending on how they do in this Gold Cup, it could set the tone for the 2026 World Cup because now, Mexico, US, and Canada have already qualified for the 2026 World Cup because they're host nations. It brings room for another CONCACAF team to show up. I believe that's how it works. So I feel like Jamaica can slide in there and be in the World Cup and actually be a decent contender. So I feel like this is a good setting stone to see what they're about in the future. So yeah,
solid.
That's my last comment.
Solid. All right. Well, if you enjoyed watching the video, please consider subscribing. If you want more Gold Cup content, consider subscribing as well. Like I said, let us know your opinion in the comments about anything Gold Cup related, not just Jamaica, on any other contenders and whatnot. I hope to see you back on our next video, which should be released the day after this one is released and whatnot. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. See you guys later. Peace.
Peace.